Hey folks in the Cabbage Coins world, this is Tony and I'm going to make you a video. Here I'm actually in Verona, Italy, and I wanted to show you a little bit about what I've picked up so far on this journey. And with everything, there's always a little bit of surprises. I've already tried making this video one time and then the doorbell started ringing and they apparently the cleaning personnel did not get the message that I'm doing a 1 hour late checkout today. So anyways, nevertheless, I've got 20 minutes to make this video, and I'm going to knock this thing out here quickly. So I'm in Verona, and Verona is the site for Verona Phil, which I mentioned in another video. I did another video, I'm going to post it here, about generally how to approach finding coins in Europe and finding coins specifically in Italy. I gave you a little bit of a guide or like a how-to, and that should be posted by the time that this one gets posted. So hopefully you enjoy that. But I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've picked up. I'm here in Verona for only the evening. Tonight I'm going up to Bolzano for a trip and a tour of the Christmas markets in the north in the Dolomites. But Verona was actually the place I lived for about 3 weeks, and this is actually the apartment that I lived in for 3 weeks when I studied Italian here in Italy, and that was about a year and a half ago or so. Anyway, without any further ado, I want to show you some of what I found. I've been going shop to shop to shop. I've been trying my best to try to find some interesting numismatics. I have not been able to find any U.S. coins on this trip so far, which is surprising. The last time that I was in Italy, I stopped into a shop and I found an incredible old $20 gold piece that I brought back to the United States and got certified by NGC, and did fairly well in that coin. And I thought I would be able to do kind of similar in this trip, but so far I've only been able to find world coins. Surprise, surprise, I guess. Actually, Chinese coins is most of what I've purchased so far, and one Swedish coin, but a little mix of both silver and gold. So I'll start out with the biggest, kind of coolest thing, I think, the thing I like the most, which is this 1987 12-ounce Chinese silver bullion. It's a silver 100 yuan, and it features this gentleman on the front, Zhan Tianyu. I don't exactly know who he is. Might be able to learn something. I'm sure they're going to learn something about this in preparation for bringing it to the market and bringing it to the fun show. But this has been graded by NGC as a Proof 69 Ultra Cameo, which is a fairly high grade, for proofs, and especially this older, kind of Chinese silver bullion type stuff that is really heavily collectible. The cool thing about this is that it came with this original box. So it has the original box as well as the capsule inside of it. It has been graded by NGC as a Proof 69 Ultra Cameo, and it features the frosted tunnel variety, I guess. Maybe there was a unfrosted version of the tunnel, but this is the frosted tunnel version. And again, it features the Zhan Tianyu, and again, I have no idea who that is, but I believe he is significant to Chinese history. So, next thing I want to share with you is a piece of gold. I actually have another piece here that is another proof from 1981, and this is a 1981 Chinese gold for 100 yuan. And this is features this design of a Bronze Age rhinoceros. So in 1981, they created these proofs, it appears, and 4 different designs. There was an elephant, there was a leopard, there was what they called a creature, which was kind of basically a dragon design, and then they had this rhinoceros. This was the only one of the 4 that was in a Proof 69 grade Ultra Cameo, and I thought this would probably do the best on the market. So I just picked up just this one piece, and really excited about it. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous and super cool that it's already in a slab. And like I said, this is going to be at the fun show, and this is something also that I picked up here in Italy during my travels. Switching back over to silver again, and one more Chinese coin. I have here a Lunar. I got a Lunar from 1988, and this is a Dragon Lunar Chinese silver 10 yuan dragon design, and this is a Proof 69 Ultra Cameo. This is not a super expensive coin, but I was able to acquire this at a pretty good price, pretty decent price, to be able to bring it back over to the American market and to offer it at the fun show. Very excited about this piece. I think it's really cool, nice little interesting design, and I think Chinese lunars are pretty highly and heavily collected. The last piece I want to share with you that I was able to pick up is, and I know this stuff is kind of tough to see. I don't know if this kind of helps with bringing it into focus. Not exactly sure. But yeah, anyways, this is a 1901 Swedish 5 kroner. But the cool thing about this is, which is nothing super crazy, but the cool thing about this is it is an MS67, which is a top pop for this particular piece in 1901. And I believe it was minted wherever EB stands for, which I'll learn that later as I do a little bit more research. But this is cool. It features Oscar II and Norwegian. Sorry. No, this is... Anyways, this is a Swedish gold coin. And MS67, like I said, top pop, 1901, 5 Kruger, 5 kroner, 5 kroner. And this is also something, of course, I'm going to bring to the fun show. So, yeah, so far that's been kind of it. I'm heading up to Bolzano now for this tour. I don't expect to run into any numismatic shops. I did a pretty heavy tour in Milano and in other smaller cities like Bologna here in Italy. And yeah, I wish I was able to find a little bit more on the U.S. coin side, but I was expecting with gold prices being what there were that there'd be more gold available to purchase, but this time just not. So anyways, be sure to check out the other video about how to approach this market and how to approach buying coins overseas and finding U.S. coins or other types of numismatics in Italy. Hopefully you will find that very interesting and, give it a shot yourself. This was always a dream of mine to give me a reason to travel. I love to travel to different countries, but after all of the tourism and the stops at the, coffee shops and the places to eat and the sights and the pictures, after all of that, I get a little bit bored and a little antsy, and I want a reason, a purpose to get out of bed and to go travel. And this gives it for me. This gives me a reason to get up and to get excited about the day. And what I'm going to find is the constant, never-ending treasure hunt, which is numismatics and running a coin business. So hopefully, maybe you give it a shot one day and make some videos or share with me the things that you found. That'd be really interesting to see. So anyway, this is Tony for Cabbage Coins, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the next podcast. Oh, by the way, check out the podcast, please, with Andreas Cortazar. He was amazing, and it was an hour of these 11 different examples, banknotes and coins, and his knowledge, but also just the history of these Latin American numismatics. In my opinion, it was one of the most informative, educational, interesting episodes, and gives you plenty of opportunity to find stuff in the wild and either start a collection or potentially make a nice profit, potentially, depending on what you find. So check out that episode. I think it was fantastic. And anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I will see you. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.